Hello everyone. So welcome to today's episode of Sari Ki Sari Baatein, and thank you for logging in again. It's a beautiful Sunday evening and I hope you all are having a great weekend. And I know tomorrow is Monday, and so yeah, we are all thinking about work tomorrow, but I guess it's important to enjoy the weekend. I hope you are enjoying it. And yes, the cases are also increasing, so we must again come back. I mean, we have to be restricted, and we should take care of ourselves first. So yes, today's episode, I think it's going to be really special. Before that, let me bring in. Yeah. Hi, hi, ma'am.
Hi,
Welcome to the show, ma'am.
thank
Yes.
you. Thanks a lot.
Yes, and before I proceed, let me first give a brief introduction about today's episode and about you, ma'am. So, today's
Sure.
episode is going to be really special since we are going to discuss about a topic which is, I think, one of the most important topic that should be discussed. It is all about sustainable fashion and and breaking myths around sustainable fashion. And to do that, I think we have the perfect person in front of us. She has been a maven in Indian handloom. She has been an handloom enthusiast that we all know in all her candid sharing, and most importantly, I think she has adopted herself as well as she's inspiring so many of us to adopt sustainable fashion. I think that is something I really appreciate, ma'am, because I, if I remember correctly, fashion industry is one of the largest contributor of pollution. And when we talk about green earth, or if we talk about our sustainable future, it is very important for us that we first adopt ourselves, and we start
Right.
thinking about our future, and we just start thinking about sustainable fashion. Like we should move
True.
away from fast fashion and start picking up slow fashion, what we say, or sustainable fashion. So without going
Absolutely.
much, without giving out much, I would like to introduce the most charismatic Ophelia Sarkar, ma'am. It's
Thank you. I'm all honored for
our
your
honor
lovely
to have
words.
you today. And again, thank you so much. It's like my sincere thanks to you that you are taking out you are putting so much of effort to bring such kind of issues. To highlight such kind of issues in all your candid sharings that we see in Instagram. We are so happy to have you, ma'am. If you want to add
Great.
something.
I'm No, I think you spoke a lot, so I will not add anything on that. I'm overwhelmed, and as also we also run a show which is Creative Adda,
Yeah.
right? So I've always been on the other side. I've been in your side hosting it. So this is the first time I'm on the other side, and it feels great. So thank you for your introduction. And yes, as you said. The world of fast fashion, now we are slowly getting into the world of slow fashion, right? So which basically is what we call as sustainable living, right? And the word sustainable itself, right? Sustainable itself means something that can stay and can stay for a longer time,
Yeah.
right? Which we can benefit out of it from a longer time, right? So from that perspective, it's very important, as you said, that we move towards a sustainable living. It's not only just fashion; it is about a lot
Yeah.
more other things too,
Sustainable. Yeah.
right? Anything which is sustainable, anything that can gives us benefit for a longer period is what something that we should move to. Yes, you're
True,
right.
ma'am. True, ma'am. So that's true. So, ma'am, sustainable fashion or sustainable living, the word sustainable itself is so trendy. So, ma'am, what are
Absolutely.
your insights on it? So, is it
Right.
just a word, or there's so much beyond, I guess, right? So, would you like to, share your insights with us?
Sure, absolutely. And so sustainable is a very common word that we are using nowadays, right? All of us are talking about sustainability, sustainable fashion, sustainable living. It's a very, as I said, it means very simple. Okay, it is about how you can keep the particular thing going forward, and it should reap benefit as you move forward in life.
True.
But it's a it has a very broad meaning, right, towards it. And if I have to look at what is sustainable, sustainability and or sustainable fashion, I think my kid, he's in third standard, so he is learning about what is natural resources and man-made resources, right? So I think it starts from there, where they are actually learning that natural resources is something which is better, man-made is just the second part of it. So I think same thing goes here too. Slow fashion, which is sustainable, which is something more organic, something which is handmade, is something that will survive better, will see a better future as we go ahead, right? So sustainable fashion itself also means that, means it basically means you are showing something, you acquire something, let's say for textiles, right, or for garments, which is something very organically made. You're using very natural colors, you're using natural dyes to it, okay, and so that's about you're using less, you just try to ensure that you're using minimum amount of water for it, because we cannot waste water. It's a big resource for us. Chemicals, probably absolutely 100% cut off of chemicals, or lesser use of chemicals. So products which basically have all of this is something which is sustainable and becomes a part of sustainable fashion. And when you say all of these words, right, organic, something which is less water used, something which is made from a manufacturing standpoint, something which is made in smaller quantity. It's not like you have a huge factory and you have machines making loads and loads of that, right? Made in smaller quantities. Even while you have to sell it, it is mostly sell in an online manner, okay, which means it does not encourage that you have to have a shop, you have to have a lot of branding towards it. So all of this, while we look at it, it comes down to handmade, handloom textiles and garments that we have in India especially, right? So I think we are very proud about the fact that we have a lot of this in our own country. We have a lot of people, artisans, who are making this, who are making a life out of this, right? So handloom, handmade is basically the sustainable fashion. And another important point about sustainability is it's about buying less. It's about reusing, restyling, okay, recycling what you already have with you. Absolutely trying to see that there is no wastage of the cloth that we have across, right? So if you look at a few of the brands that we have, they ensure that the cloth that they're making, whatever out of it, right? The wastage ones, they're making buttons out of it. They're making the tassels of the sari out of it, right? So that is basically how they are contributing to sustainable fashion. So as I said, it's a broad term. I don't think all of us are really adhering to what all the points are in sustainable fashion, in sustainability, but I think most of it, people are, artisans are trying to ensure, brands are trying to ensure that they're sort of doing that, right? So according to me, I think that is sustainable fashion, and all of us are moving towards that. So that is slow fashion. The other side is fast fashion, which is your synthetic, your your nylon cloth and all of that, right? So we are basically trying to move towards something which is more breathable, which is more easily available, and handmade, of course.
Yeah. So, ma'am, where did you draw this inspiration from? Like all the inspiration to adopt sustainable fashion, as well as start this noble initiative of inspiring others as well. So, how did you get the inspiration from?
So I'm a Bengali. So as you know, Bengalis, I think while I've been brought up, I've been in Bangalore most of my life, but summer holidays and any holidays when I used to go back to my hometown, which is Kolkata. So I've always seen my mom, my grandmom, and my aunties, and all of them always wearing sari throughout the day. They are doing all the household works, wearing a cotton, very comfortable cotton sari, okay, throughout the day, and they don't have an issue wearing that, right? So I have seen that throughout, seeing them wearing. I've seen my own aunt. She was a teacher, so she used to wear cotton sari, drape it nicely, and go to teaching also. So even while working, they were very comfortable wearing saris, okay. And in Calcutta, Kolkata, you actually have many schools where the girls, after one point of time, their uniform is also a sari, right? So I know yeah, it's not cotton, but it's still sari, right? So it always amazed me the fact that how wearing a sari, it looks to be a very difficult thing to wrap around, but how is an individual, how is a lady actually wearing that? So that's where my inspiration, my whole idea and all that inquisitiveness came about saris. And then of course, while I grew up, I've always seen my mom wearing a lot of cotton, jute, and she was this type where whichever state we used to go to, she used to pick up a sari which is of that particular state,
Wow.
right? So exactly. But of course, they called it as traditional then. Okay. But now, okay, while I started wearing saris or started exploring about it, started blogging, I did realize that handloom is not always traditional. Okay.
Yes.
It also has lot more to it, and I'm happy to be a part of that. That particular initiative right now, where we are trying to talk about sustainable products or handcrafted products, not being only traditional, but can be worn in different ways, and can many really amazing and nice things can be made out of it, right? So it's been more of that. It is always that the feel of the textile, the garments, and what all you can make out of it has always been very fascinating, and I think that's where I totally got inspired.
Wow, that's really inspiring. And with that, I remember in Assam there are few schools I have also noticed where girls they cycle wearing a mekla chadar. So in Assam it's mostly mekla chadar that they wear while going to school. And it really
Right.
amazes me that they even cycle wearing the mekla chadar. We think that, oh God, this is something so,
So
I mean,
difficult.
yeah, so
Exactly.
difficult, but it's so easy. I mean, they do it so comfortably. There is nothing.
So
Once you see them, it's like, wow, they are so comfortable in it, and that's something which inspired me as well before I started accompanying. So there was something always there
Absolutely.
in my mind that this garment is not at all, that difficult which we think. It is actually very
We
handy
feel.
and very
It is,
stylish.
it is. Absolutely. It's very stylish, and I mean, any women who wears a sari will always look nice. And, any gathering that you go to, if someone is wearing sari, everybody will look at that person once, for sure, right? It's never something which is odd one out at all. Now, it is something that will catch people's attention when you're in a sari.
Yeah.
So,
Seriously, I mean, like, you will be an actor, no? Definitely if you're in a sari. So that's
true.
completely correct. I completely resonate. So, ma'am, if I have to discuss about few myths, I think there are a lot of myths because we don't understand actually what is sustainability. Most of us are not clear about the whole thing of sustainability. So, ma'am, if I have to discuss about few myths, we had this whole thing going up. Like we asked a lot of our audiences as well what kind of myths they have. We got few interesting questions from them. Like, is sustainable living or sustainable fashion new for India? So, is it new for India, or were we always sustainable? So, that's what. If you want to share some insights on it.
If I just have to take you around my house, my husband is very interested in interiors and all of that, right? So we have picked up a lot of things in the house. We've put these pillars. These pillars are ones which existed at one point of time, okay? We did not make those. We actually got some old pillars and we've actually placed it in our house. We've used grills, right? You used to have those designer grills in the houses. We've used those. We've used these louver doors. If you know, in Calcutta, you had these doors, right, which you can open and close like that, the windows. We've used those, right? And this, of course, he has not been inspired by it just by himself, right? He's been looking at it. We've been looking at things. We've been doing it from a long time, right? So it's not new. Absolutely, it's not new. It's always been with us. Like I said, for sari, if I just have to take an example, we've seen our elders always wearing sari, right? And they used to not wear a lot of those synthetic saris and all, georgette and all of that much. They used to always be more into probably khadi and jute were a little expensive, but cotton was something they used to always stick to, right? And linen and all of that, right? So look, from Gandhi's time, khadi was always there. So there's no way that sustainability wasn't existing. But yes, at one point of time, probably fast fashion picked it up a little more, but it always existed, and I don't think it'll ever die.
I
For the number
I
of artisans,
Yep.
It won't. For the number of artisans, for the number of us, we are there all around. I think we are there to take it forward and propagate that this has to exist, and this is the best way out, honestly. So coming to myth, right? I think one myth which I keep hearing is that it is expensive, right? So sustainable handlooms are expensive. So yes, I wouldn't disagree
Yes,
to the fact that it's not expensive, because we did speak, right? It is involving processes which is where we're trying to minimize a lot of things, getting organic things, using organic natural things, ensuring that we are not making in a mass, right? Mass
mass, yeah.
production always yields lesser amount. But when you are making smaller ones, it takes a lot more energy, and people are making it with their hands, right? So there, of course, is a lot of things put behind making that one sari or one material that we are talking about, which comes as a part of sustainable fashion. So yes, it is expensive, but the good part is because now sustainable fashion is quite a big thing. You do have a variety of choices, right? If you're going to look for the best, yes, you're going to see expensive ones, but you also have a choice to go a little below the quality and get something which is a little lesser priced too.
Correct.
But yes, when I compare it with the fast fashion, but you know what, the worst part is, fast fashion, when I go to a mall and buy a skirt, I do not bargain there, okay? But same time, when I go to an exhibition and I buy a cotton wraparound skirt or anything, or a dress or a kurti, I'm ready to bargain over there, right?
Yes,
So
yes,
that's our problem, okay? That's something
yeah.
we need to figure out, and we need to respect the fact that those are the guys who are making it by hand, designing it by themselves, so there
Correct.
is a cost to it. So I wouldn't disagree that it doesn't fall into an expensive part, but it still is worth it, the price that we really pay,
And I think if you
right?
buy one
Another
handloom, yes, ma'am. So,
sorry.
and I think if you buy one handloom product, it
Hmm.
lasts a long time, right? So that is
Absolutely,
also something which is
absolutely, right?
value
So
for
I
money.
think, yeah, I think that's the second thing, right? People
Uh,
think that handloom things are not stylish, okay?
yeah,
You can't style it
yeah,
because
true, true.
end of the day, it falls into a traditional wear, and you wear it only when you go for a nice wedding or you have an occasion at home, right? But I think if you open Insta, if you open a lot of sites now, I think
Yeah,
that is something we are trying to change, and we have bought that change, right?
correct.
That
Yeah,
it can be styled, it
yes,
can be restyled. So
yes.
if you look at my post that I gave today, okay, this black ikat jacket, which I made it. I mean, I got it made.
Yeah,
I wore it in different ways. I wore it with a very short dress also, and I wore it with a proper sari also at one point of time,
yes,
right? So it's about that. So it's not that sustainable products or handloom products cannot be styled. So I feel that's another myth that we go ahead with.
yes.
So is there anything else that you have heard which has been quite different? Then I can probably talk about it. Is there anything that you have heard?
Yes, I have also heard that it is not for common people. So is it true, ma'am? So isn't it like for common people? Don't we like, is it something that we only associate with certain class of people and it is not for mass? Is it so? So I have heard myths like that sustainable fashion is only for certain classes and not for masses.
No, I wouldn't believe that. Okay, common people, common is you and me. We are common, okay?
Yes, true, true, true.
Yeah, so we are common, and if we really have to talk about a class lower than, okay, the class below us, okay, that's probably the maids who are working and all. It's actually the habit that they follow. So I
Yeah,
stay in Bangalore, right? So I see most of the ladies over here wearing a synthetic sari because they are comfortable while working. They do not have any other logic to it. It's not that you do not get a cotton sari of a lower cost. Okay,
yes,
but the same time, if I go to north or go to our east side, which is let's say Assam and Bengal, you will never see anybody wearing a synthetic sari unless and
true.
until it's like a requirement. They will
Yes,
still go ahead and wear a cotton sari. Okay,
yes,
so I totally don't think that it is not something affordable for common people. It is actually the tradition. I mean, it's the way that they've been following it. I have so many times given my mum's and my sari to my housemaid who works for us, but I've hardly seen her wearing it because she says, they're not comfortable wearing that and working. But at the same time, if I would have given to someone which is towards our side, they would have been very happy with that. So I totally do not
That's
believe that
something
it's
which
not
is
for common
sensitive.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as I said, there are varieties now. Okay, if you want, you can go for a lesser price. If you want, you can get the best of the best prices also. But yes, compared to whatever you have in synthetic and all, the cost is a little higher, and that's because somewhere it is handmade to some extent.
Yeah, true, ma'am. So, ma'am, so whenever when you are like when you work with sustainable fashion as a topic, or you discuss that with your followers and patrons, so in that case, ma'am, so what all challenges you have faced? If I have to ask you, since you are so much into this field and you're working so much into this.
Sorry, I lost you. What did you ask me? So, what
Yeah,
all
I'm
do you?
asking like when you talk about it to your patrons, or you talk about with this to your friends or followers, who have been following your work. So I'm sure that you have also faced a lot of questions and a lot of doubts regarding sustainable fashion, because that this topic itself is so inquisitive. Like people get
Input.
inquisitive about this topic. So what is the most interesting thing that you have come across till now? Or if you want to share some interesting insight.
I don't think I have really. I mean, at least for the people who I have been working with or who follow me, they sort of understand. So that's a good point. Okay, and I think this whole platform that is formed on Instagram, where people like us are able to influence our thoughts on some people,
Yeah.
has actually helped people to understand a lot about it, right? So, like
Yes.
for example, I'm actually doing this series where I talk about it's called as All About Indian Handlooms, right?
Yes.
Where
Yeah.
yeah, right. So where I actually, I'm wearing a sari of a particular state, and I talk about 1 minute because I'm trying to do reels because that's what reaches people more, faster.
Yeah.
So I'm just doing a 30 minutes video, and I'm just quickly talking about two, 3 points which they
Yeah,
probably
true.
weren't aware of.
And
Okay,
yeah,
and every time I do a research on that, it always relates back to the olden times when it actually existed, honestly. Right? So I think people are now accepting it. I do not see people not liking the way things are done. And thanks to all the brands, right, who are coming up and all those beautiful lady entrepreneurs and the male, of course, but I would probably say all the talented entrepreneurs who are coming up with amazing concepts, right, which is making people around you accept what this is, right? So I really, I can't think of any funny incidences that I've had, but yes, I have seen people accepting of what we are trying to tell them. We are trying to show them the different type of styles and designs and all of it. And absolutely hats off to all those entrepreneurs who are running the show even during this pandemic, trying to get new things and advertising it, branding it to the best. So I think
thank you so
we
much,
are
ma'am. Thank
moving
you. Yeah.
towards, yeah, we are
Yeah.
moving towards that thing where sustainable fashion, people are understanding and they're
Yeah.
accepting it, and they're moving forward for those right now.
Yes, of course, ma'am. That I also realized that people have started accepting it, and they at least they're getting aware. And
Right.
thanks to initiatives like yours and many others in this platform
Yeah.
who have been influencing people. And that is one of the major reason why this awareness has suddenly come. Not suddenly, it has taken a lot of time, but I see that a lot of like now a larger set of people is accepting this. So,
Absolutely.
thank you
Absolutely.
so much, ma'am. It was really great to have this conversation with you. So, ma'am, do you have
Great.
any parting thoughts with our audience?
So parting thoughts. So I also I'm a very positive person, right? So I totally believe that you should do what you like doing, okay, and very important that you give time to yourself, right? So sustainability also means a lot of a lot into that, where you are actually spending a lot of time, you're giving time to yourself, and you're giving the best to yourself, right? So from that perspective, I think it's important that people understand what it is and they go ahead. And another thing, as I said, sustainability beliefs about buying less and restyling and reusing. So I think I would probably leave our talk today with the thought that restyling, reusing, and not always going ahead and buying new things is the way forward. So go ahead, do that. We are there to sort of let you know how you can style, and I'm sure all of us have our own style quotients within us. Just go ahead, get to know what that is, and use your mom's sari, use your sari, do whatever you want. Make a dress, make a curtain. Probably use it as a bed sheet, use it as a table cover. Do anything, but do with what you have, because there's lots that you have within yourself itself. You really don't have to go always and go ahead and buy. So as I said in my post too, buy less, reuse, and sort of recycle
You
all the
got
products
stuck.
that you have.
Ma'am, you got stuck. If you can repeat it.
Yeah, so what I said is I would leave the chat today with the thought of buy less, recycle, and reuse.
Yes, that's perfect. That's such a great message. Reuse and recycle and buy less. Of course, minimalism is important and it is quite
Very.
required.
Very. Trust me,
Thank you
with
so
minimal,
much, ma'am.
if
Yeah.
you buy less, you also are using your creativity. And trust me, all of us have some level of creativity in us. It
Yes.
just
Yes.
needs that forum to come out. So use your creativity.
Yes, of course, in terms of product level and as well as your stylings and all
Yes.
types of creativity that we can
All of
come
it. All of it.
in. True, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. It was such a delight to have this conversation, and
Thank you.
thank
Thank you.
you. And I would request you to continue this noble initiative that you have taken up. And it was great having this conversation with you. Thank you for taking.
Great. Even
Thank
I
you
had a
so
very
much.
nice chat with you, and I hope you continue doing this. You're doing a great job. Keep it going, and
Thank you.
keep inspiring and spreading this awareness to people. All the best.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was such time.
Thank you. Have
Thank
a
you.
good day.
Okay. Yeah. Have a great
Yeah.
evening ahead. Bye, ma'am. Bye.
You too.
Bye.
See you. Thanks. Thanks. Yeah. Bye.
Bye. Bye.